Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Binance Coin. BNB is following our expectation here and is moving to the upside, and I'm currently looking at the scenario that this could still be going higher in this fifth wave. Yeah, this was the, let's call it, long entry area, the buy area basically, with typically the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level at $285 as the most likely outcome for a wave 4, and we reached that and we reacted to it really in a very, let's call it, bullish way, because we had a very strong reaction, and we could then say that we're now on our way higher here in this fifth wave. I don't particularly like how this is looking like, so we still need to keep that option open that we might still be in the fourth wave. Yeah, this could also be some kind of a large triangle. Wave 4s can be triangles, and there's currently no way of saying if it is one or not, because a triangle consists of 5 waves, A, B, C, D, E. And it could very well be that this was just the A wave, this was the B wave, here we get a C wave, there'll be a D wave and an E wave, and then opposite of the E wave, we should be moving up. That's unfortunately how it is in corrective wave structures. So at the moment, I don't see a clear trade setup. This here was the setup to enter in this area, because if you entered in this area, then you have the possibility now, of course, to move up your stop loss, taking partial profits. You know, how you manage that, that's then entirely up to you. But what I can only give you is these, you know, these low risk entry areas. This was one as well, a large one, but this was also for the large wave 2. So also here, yeah, we reversed out of it. This was the next one. I mean, there are tons of trade setups, you know, every day and on different time frames. I mean, I try to give you the high, let's call them high probability or low risk patterns or setups that you can use. I mean, here both were successful, especially this one now as well. Now, of course, I can't tell you now, are we still in the wave 4? Is this maybe only a B wave? You know, do we have an A, B, and come down once more in C to the $276 level? Therefore, you have a trade setup. Therefore, you have a low risk entry point, because let's say, and that's normally how you would trade this. I get, you know, new viewers sort of every day, so doesn't harm to repeat that. A few people sometimes ask, you know, how do you trade Elliott Waves? Well, it's actually quite easy, or at least straightforward. You know, it's not easy, but you have a triangle like that. Oh dear, I think I chose the wrong pattern. Let's just choose the. Where do we have the? I always forget, where do we have triangles? Triangle, triangle, triangle. Here, I think. Yeah. So you basically can enter this like this, right? So you have that you already have a little bit of like a foot in the door. You enter at the 23.6 Fib, because it's not the most likely target for a fourth wave, but sometimes the price reacts to the 23.6, so you don't know that before. So if you want to watch the chart all the time, you can make the decision as you go, but not everybody wants to watch the chart every time. So that's how you can set these limit orders. A very small position size here, so should it reverse from here already, you at least have the foot in the door, you didn't miss a trade. You set another one here, sort of medium position size, so you would have caught this one. Yeah, you set it basically just above the Fib level. You would have caught this. And then you have the largest position down here. These don't always get filled, which is not a problem, because you can keep that spare cash for the next entry. The point is that you have the biggest position down here, because below that you ideally set your stop loss. And ideally you want to have all your risk, or most of your risk, as close as possible to the stop loss. So obviously when you're far away from the stop loss, you have to have a small position size, because otherwise you risk too much of your portfolio. And this doesn't matter if you use leverage or not. That doesn't influence it at all. You can use leverage here, but you still need to calculate your risk and your position size, what you risk or not. So that's sort of how it works. And then that's why I would not, I mean, I don't recommend you how to trade, right? I can only give you these setups, and if you use them or not, that's up to you. But if you, for example, now think about, oh, should I enter here because there's a wave 5 up there? I wouldn't, because nobody can forecast or predict the market really, and nobody knows what's going to happen. The point is that you try to enter where the risk is low, and that was here. And if you entered here, you can now move up your stop loss. Now you can't really do anything unless you really want to trade or you want to accumulate long term or things like that. it's up to you. You know, I can only give you for me the best entry points, and this was certainly one. And normally you would be able to catch here 2 trades or 2 entry points, and you can now move up your stop loss or already take partial profit, because let's be honest, this doesn't really move up impulsively at the moment, but it still can. And if it comes down, you know, you can at least move up your stop loss. You can re-enter again if it comes down lower into this support area. And that's the game of uncertainty that we all have to play with in this financial market world. But yeah, try to control what you can control, which is your stops and your targets and your entries and your position size, right? You cannot control where the market is going, but you can control your risk. And that's all it is. You know, if you focus in these markets on how much money you can make, you will burn your portfolio. If you can focus on where your risk is and how much you can risk in every trade, then you'll be much more successful when you trade Elliott Waves, and I believe when you trade anything. But yeah, that's where we are. You could also trade the breakout, yeah, but then I don't like breakout trading because you often get fake outs and so on. So if you want to trade a breakout, you know, the breakout would be above $314.40. Then you could get here to the, let me just readjust the target. Might be that now the target is still in that range up there. Yeah, it hasn't changed. So around $329 would be the first key target for that 5th wave. That's the 61.8% extension, and the 1-to-1 ratio is the $358 level. And then we'll see, you know, and looks likely currently that this is still a wave 5 in the making. And when that's finished, the next high probability entry point would be somewhere down here. So I will, after that ABC structure, when the C wave is complete, yeah, and then we can, you know, have another entry point. And if this is really the bullish scenario, which it currently looks like, but there's obviously no hard evidence really, but if it is, then we should hold this wave 2 support, and we might not see this level again then, you know, for many, many months, if not years. Okay, and that's my update about BNB. If you liked the update, then please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content every day, and also some educational content. So, you know, I put out stuff that sort of should help you think and helps you to develop mindset and stuff like that. Because for trading, you need a mindset that works. Yeah, otherwise you will get lost. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.